This is Kia Vancouver's Soccer Talk on AM 650. Now here's your host, Tyler Green.
Whitecaps managed to pick up a 2-2 draw versus the Galaxy today inside BC Place Stadium thanks to a late Kekuta Mane goal. Lots of other scores happening around Major League Soccer, though. Here's Simon Fudge with the latest.
8 other games in Major League Soccer today. It was Philadelphia Union 0, Houston Dynamo 0. Chicago Fire also drew 1-1 with New England Revolution. Colorado Rapids and San Jose Earthquakes played a 0-0 draw. 10-man Columbus Crew earned a 1-1 draw with DC United. Sporting Kansas City, however, through 2 goals by Dom Dwyer, a 4-0 win over Montreal Impact. It was FC Dallas 2, Toronto FC 1, Real Salt Lake 1, Portland Timbers 0, and Obafemi Martin scored late to get a 2-1 victory for Seattle Sounders away to Chivas USA.
Tonight's Barber Poll brought to you by AnotherFineCut.com. Winless in 3 matches. Are you concerned about the Whitecaps' results of late, or are you remaining positive? Tweet us your thoughts with the hashtag Barber Poll at SoccerTalk650, Tyler Green FC. And you can also weigh in at 604-280-0650, SoccerTalk650 at gmail.com. Visit AnotherFineCut.com to learn more about where to get the best hot shave and haircuts in the city. Chris Peck says... stuck on the sofa, saying, not too concerned. First-time coach hired late. Drama with key start in the boardroom. Late acquisitions that haven't quite gelled yet. There's great effort, but a lack of midfield cohesion and no real striker is worrying. That's from Cast W123. Francisco, RSL, a tough one. That's going to be a... So he's talking about Mane. He thinks that Kekuta is a game changer, is much needed. Van City Villa, soon to be winless in 4 as Whitecaps' record at Rio Tinto is terrible. Going to be tough to make the playoffs. Swampo, not too concerned. Then he says he's been drinking a little bit, so that may affect his decisions. Rabo's fresh approach plus more time to gel. We'll see it right. Caps offside. Nope. 3 good performances. Random James, I'm not. Was supposed to be a transition year with a new coach. They'll find their rhythm in time. Motion to fitness, very. Playoff race at the end of the season is always tight. Every point counts. Whitecaps, again, drawing the Los Angeles Galaxy 2-2 this evening. And let's get into that locker room. Carl Robinson, Whitecaps head coach, talking earlier tonight about the result and, of course, obviously saying that it was important to get at least a single point tonight.
Totally important we got a result today. I think in the last 2 games we've shown that we can compete with one of the top teams in Major League Soccer in LA and a top manager in that. So, you know, it was hard work. We made it hard work. I don't think in the first half we had the belief that we could go toe-to-toe with them at home in front of our fans. I think we were playing safe. Obviously, then I made a tactical switch to try and inject a little bit of life with the kid coming on, Kekuta, who I toyed with the idea of playing with from the start. And maybe me, being a young head coach, thought, is it better to be in the game and then unleash the young'un? But I made the decision at half-time, obviously, with him. And obviously, Andy, apologies for me being late, but I've just been talking to Andy in there. And I took Andy off just because I was worried he would get sent off. And after being pig sick in losing to Colorado at home when Matty Laba got sent off, and he was touching the dodgy border in relation to picking up his second yellow card, I made the call early this time and obviously replaced Andy with Johnny.
Carl Robinson also talked about the LA Galaxy and their goals that they gave up.
When you put a 6'4" guy on against you, it's hard. You're never going to win the first ball, and obviously Rob Friend won the first ball, and I think Johnny got attracted to the flight of the ball, as did 1 or 2 other defenders. And if you don't win the first ball, it's important you win the second ball. And obviously we didn't, but they're going to score goals. The reason they're designated players is because they're top players. And obviously I'm sick of the sight of Robbie in the last 2 weeks. I really am. And But it's more about the character my team showed today. A young group of players that not only got kicked in the backside once to go one down, but got kicked in the backside twice to go 2-1 down, but still didn't give up. And that's the mentality that group is instilling in them now.
So he talks about the positives, the fact that, they did give up a goal, but they got the result. They saw some resilience there. So he's happy with that result, but he kind of makes a comment there about the DPs for the LA Galaxy really making the difference in this one. And you look at the Whitecaps DPs, Kenny Miller, Pedro Morales was subbed off at halftime there. Not really the same result for those DPs. They need more out of those guys if the Whitecaps want to do something.
Yeah, I think so. And especially in the last couple of games, I don't think we've seen that level of influence from Pedro Morales. And I think the fact that Carl, and I think he was right to do so, made that change at halftime, and that it meant that Morales had to come out. I think that was a really important. Well, at some point that he had to come out. That was a really important thing that he needed to do. And I just, to get more out of those DPs with what they offer, and what they should be doing to influence the team. It's important that they start stepping up in soon.
There were two things that he said that I kind of was amused at. One, he talked about the 6'4" forward is always going to get his head on the ball first. Rob Friend, a player that the Whitecaps could have had last year, and we'll hear from Rob Friend later on in the program about how close he was to becoming a Vancouver Whitecap last season. And we all know that it was very close. We'll find out exactly how close. But secondly, the Whitecaps had this plan of sending balls in, some crosses in from Beitashour, from Harvey, into the box. Well, if your 6'4" forward is always going to get his head on the ball first, what do you think a 6'4" defender in Omar Gonzalez, a beast at the back for LA, a U.S. international, a designated player, is going to do if you're doing that against the Galaxy? He's more than likely going to win against a bunch of guys that are none of them taller than 5'10".
Exactly, and not only that, that was probably in any instance when either of those two put in some decent balls in the first place. One of my biggest disappointments today was the quality of crossing from the Whitecaps, especially when there's a commitment from Carl to have Beitashour and Harvey move and be part of the attack down the flank. The thing that they have to offer is delivery, and they didn't, for me today, give the team much of a chance by the kind of crosses they put in. I didn't think they were very good quality.
And we talked about that last week on the show, that Steven Beitashour, one of those players, that right back that has so many assists in Major League Soccer, well, he's been playing for San Jose, where he can send crosses in and go to guys like Steven Lenhart and guys like Chris Wondolowski, who just know how to finish those type of balls and get the ball in the back of the net. And we're not seeing that this year from the Whitecaps because they don't have those players that do those sort of things. Carl Robinson talked all about the positives with his team. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the field, in Bruce Arena, head coach for the LA Galaxy, he was obviously not as positive and found this to be quite the disappointing result for the Galaxy.
Disappointed in that. I would have liked to have had 3 points today, and we didn't do a good job protecting the lead.
What was your thought about what happened with Leonardo and Jaime Pineda on that?
Just a mistake, mistake in communication, and we know on the surface you have to be smart. The ball's spinning and skipping. You just got to be safe and put the ball up the field or out of play.
Did you get what you wanted out of the midfield today?
I think for the most part, our guys had a pretty good game.
Well, they had a pretty good game, you thought, for the most part, but disappointed, obviously, with the result. And you were in the room. You talked to some of the guys, and most of the guys with that kind of attitude, that it was one that they let get away?
Yeah, I think so. I think they were very disappointed that being in a position twice to win the game, they let it go. This is a team that's very proud and is used to winning, so when they let games slip like that, they don't take it very well, and rightly so. And I just want to say that that the other thing I think too that they were really disappointed was they didn't take their chances. They had a number of chances in this game that they could have sealed it.
And just from the small comment there, Bruce Arena, not a fan of the surface here at BC Place Stadium?
Not the only one either.
Hey, we're going to find out, because we're going to find out whether Robbie Keane likes that service in just a minute. Soccer moms are truly amazing. They supported you. They drove you around. They did all your laundry. They made sure your gear was together. Well, now you can give back to your mom at Trinity Salon and Spa with a Mother's Day special, whether it's a 1-hour massage, deep cleansing facial, manicure, or just one of those glamour wash and blow dries. Get the hair done. Visit trinitysalonandspa.ca for more information. Trinity Salon and Spa, mind, body, beauty. 4138 Dawson in Burnaby. A quick stoppage here on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk. Kia Vancouver, the #1 retail Kia store in BC last month, selling over 70 new Kia vehicles to tons of local soccer fans. Hey, you could be next. You could be the next soccer fan driving around in a new Kia by visiting KiaVancouver.com or in-store at 396 Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon. As mentioned, Robbie Keane, LA Galaxy superstar designated player. Is he a fan of the surface here at BC Place? Plus, Caps captain Jada Merritt and I go head-to-head. We'll also find out what's around the globe. All that next, right here on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM 650.
Follow us on Twitter at Soccer Talk 650 and at Tyler Green FC. This is Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM 650.
A similar beautiful game is played out every day at Kia Vancouver, where people like you make great scores on the value-loaded Kia vehicle that suits their needs. Right now, Kia Vancouver has throwback pricing on all new Kias with prices like they were 15 years ago. Plus, 0% financing up to 84 months. All-wheel drive credit of $500 on select 2014 Sportage and Sorrentos. Beautiful. Kia Vancouver, the power to surprise. At KiaVancouver.com and on Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon.
The 2014 season of EA Sports BC Soccer Premier League. Welcome to the front lines of the game. Welcome to the big league. The one that provides an elevated level of competition for high-performance players within BC and contributes to player development for the Canadian national team and professional opportunities here and abroad. This is where you're going to see the top youth players in action. Catch some of the most intense soccer in the province. EA Sports BC Soccer Premier League. For information and upcoming games, check out bcsoccer.net.
Guys, if you've got a soccer mom, Trinity Salon and Spa has the Mother's Day special just for her.
Like the manicure that cleanses, exfoliates, and finishes with a beautiful vegan polish from Spa Ritual for fresh, renewed hands, and the glamour wash and blow dry so she can ditch the ponytail and have that red carpet sexy mom hair again.
Find out more at trinitysalonandspa.ca. Top votes by Best in Burnaby, Georgia Strait, and soccer moms everywhere. Trinity Salon and Spa. Mind, body, beauty. 4138 Dawson, Burnaby.
Vancouver Street Soccer League is the beautiful game at its finest. Teams of men and women who are homeless, have recently been homeless, or are at risk for homelessness get together to train and play matches. It's great fun that builds skill and confidence, and the league sent players to 4 consecutive Homeless World Cups in Milan, Rio de Janeiro, Paris, Mexico City, and Poland. Find out more at VancouverStreetSoccer.com.
This message fueled by Duso's Fresh Pasta and Sauce, proud to support community on and off the pitch.
I can't take it.
Why are you bumping your head on the steering wheel?
These gas prices are killing me.
Not me. I just bought a fuel-efficient Ford, and my price is locked in at 95 cents a liter.
Get peace of mind when you lock in your gas price at 95 cents a liter. That's a value of up to $1,100 on vehicles like the Ford Edge. Plus, get the stunning Fusion starting at $139 bi-weekly at 2.99% purchase financing for 84 months with 0 down. Or own it for $22,818. Drive smart, save smart, ends April 30th. Only at your Ford store. See paper for details.
We're back. This is Kia Vancouver's Soccer Talk on AM 650. Now here's your host, Tyler Green.
1 week left in our April contest, the Fantasy League contest. Who can score the biggest amount of points in a single week? Could be you. Join the league. Visit facebook.com/SoccerTalkVan for all the details. And it's going to be tough. Josh, the Schwa Nanavati, with a big 83 points so far this weekend with his Zeusi's Luscious Lock squad. But not to be outdone, Locomotive Chelsea Graham Took Oh, just crushing the Schwa's hopes of some Umbro gear. 85 points. And is currently the big point leader in the fantasy contest. Presented by Umbro Canada, thousands of dollars in prizes available, including tickets to the Canada-Japan women's match, Canada jerseys, Umbro, the name worn by top players and teams worldwide. Those same uniforms are available to your team or club at umbro.com. Umbro, proud to be the official supplier of the Canadian men's and women's national teams, celebrating 90 years of expertise in the game. If you want your club to play like pros, dress them like pros at umbro.com. Umbro, the heart and soul of football. Umbro, proud sponsor of our fantasy league here at Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk. And I'm sporting some nice Umbro Speciales for my co-ed league this summer. Christina also wearing Speciales, turning double plays on the baseball diamond. Speaking of Umbro, time for Simon to give us the latest from England.
6 games today in the English Premier League. Spurs beat Fulham by 3-1. Aston Villa 0, Southampton 0. Cardiff City held 1-1 at home by Stoke City. Newcastle United 1, Swansea City 2 was the score. West Ham United falling to Crystal Palace 1-0. And the big result of the day, Sunderland beating Chelsea at Stamford Bridge through a winner from Fabio Borini. There are 3 games tomorrow in the EPL. Norwich City play league leaders Liverpool. Hull City host Arsenal in an FA Cup final preview, and Everton play Manchester United. And then on Monday, it's Manchester City against West Bromwich Albion.
Thanks, Simon. That was the English Premier League scoreboard, brought to you by Umbro online at umbro.com. See the latest Umbro footwear, uniforms, and equipment at umbro.com. Umbro, the heart and soul of football. In the second half of the program, we'll talk injuries with Expert Physio Injury Report. David Sandals of expertphysio.ca will join us. Right now, let's check the latest headlines from around the globe, taking a look at the news, notes, and rumors from around the globe. Neil and the team at Uniglobe One Travel have you covered. 604-677-1495. Looking forward to this. Trip to Chicago set up by Neil and the Uniglobe One Travel squad. We're going to head to the Windy City, watch the Whitecaps take on the Chicago Fire, and former Cap Matt Watson may be in the lineup there on July 30th at Toyota Park. You also get to see the Cubs host a local kid, Justin Morneau, with the Colorado Rockies. You get airfare, all your transfers from O'Hare Airport to the hotel, a 4-star accommodation. There's limited seats, so book early. Call Neil, 604-677-1495. That's 604-677-1495. Visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/soccertalkvan for all the details. All right, some news from around the globe. Reports in England say that Tottenham are preparing to put together a £20 million bid for Manchester United forward Danny Welbeck. The Mirror stating that Liverpool manager Brendan Rodgers wants more control in transfer decisions if he's signed as a long-term manager with Liverpool. If I'm the board of Liverpool, I'm saying sign him tomorrow. Get that deal done. Arsene Wenger has been told that he can spend big this summer, possibly about £100 million, which, with the way that prices are going now, might get him one player. But that's what he might have available to him. And Simon, you got some scores that you need to know from the NASL and USL Pro Leagues that Vancouverites might be interested in.
Yeah, there were 2 games today in the NASL, I think, of real interesting note. It was the Ottawa Fury's home debut in NASL, but it didn't go so well. They fell 2-1 at home to Minnesota United. FC Edmonton's home opener was also this evening. They hosted the New York Cosmos, and they fell, unfortunately, to a 1-0 defeat. So 0-2 starts for both of those clubs, who will be very soon facing each other in the Amway Canadian Championship playing game. In USL Pro on Good Friday, Charleston Battery were held 1-1 at home by the New York Red Bulls reserves.
That does it for Around the Globe, brought to you by Uniglobe One Travel. Join us in Chicago to see the Whitecaps play. Call Neil, 604-677-1495. The Whitecaps, a 2-2 draw against the LA Galaxy. Don't forget, we have a pair of tickets to the next match, May 3rd against San Jose here at home. to a lucky caller. 604-280-0650 is the number that you're going to want to know. Write it down. Let's get back into the Whitecaps locker room and talk to Captain Jada Merritt with the Kia Vancouver showroom interview. And Jada Merritt, I had the chance to chat with him post-game about the resilience of this Vancouver Whitecaps team coming back to draw the Galaxy 2-2.
It's definitely a sign of good character when 2 times you go down and both times you come back and level it. But I think if we start that game better, maybe it's I think the last little hurdle we got to get over is a mentality thing. To come in with the confidence to know that we can beat them and stand up to them like we have done. If we start that and play like we did in the second half, in the first half, it might be a different story. But still lots of positives to take from, and we look forward to hopefully carrying that character into next week.
Tough to go up against a 6'4" guy like Rob Friend.
Yeah, it's just like back in the old days in England, all heads and elbows. But it's something you got to do, and obviously a little bit disappointed on that goal because that was the only header he won. So it's one of those things you got to battle it out. You got to give yourself the best shot to let other guys make plays, and I thought we did that for the most part, and especially in the second half. And again, they're a good team. They can hurt you from a lot of different angles. Obviously, Rob coming on brings a different dimension, and I thought we battled well with them all night. It's just a matter of, again, you look at 2 plays and how many chances they had, and not very many. So that's the disappointing part, is that the limited chances we're giving up every game seem to be the only ones that are hurting us. So on our end, if we can continue to create chances and put the ball in the net, then again, it could be a different story.
How do you stop those then from getting those chances?
Well, you just got to keep battling. You got to make plays individually and collectively. If one guy misses ahead of them, then his mate next to him has got to bail him out. Again, I think we're doing that for the most part. The majority of the game, we're getting that all over the field. But unfortunately, right now, we're paying a hard price sometimes in the little mistakes that we are making.
Is it difficult to go from playing with Andy in one half and then all of a sudden going to Johnny the second?
A little bit, yeah. They're definitely different players, but either way you got to adjust. And I thought Johnny coming in, it's never easy coming on as a defender at any point in the game, straight to the rat race. So credit to Johnny to coming in and doing a job. And again, we got a good group back there, guys that are willing to work for each other, and that now has to continue.
That was the Kia showroom interview. Kia Vancouver, the #1 Kia store in BC last month. They sold over 70 new Kia vehicles to tons of local soccer fans. You can be next at KiaVancouver.com or 396 Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon. Before we take a quick time out, I want to hear, we're going to leave the Robbie Keane interview for the next segment, but we do want to hear from somebody in the Galaxy room, and we had a good opportunity to hear from Dan Gargan, who had this to say post-game about the result, a 2-2 draw between the Galaxy and Vancouver.
It is what it is.
Time now for the BC Soccer Profile, presented by bcsoccer.net, showcasing special achievements and success stories from throughout the province. This week, BC Soccer is pleased to profile 3 top young referees: Juan Marquez, Irina Cho, and Jazz Parr. Currently, this British Columbian trio are refereeing at the Dallas Cup, one of North America's largest and most prestigious youth tournaments. Over the years, the Dallas Cups have seen the likes of David Beckham, Landon Donovan, Wayne Rooney, Michael Bradley, and of course the Whitecaps play in that tournament a lot as well. Other world-class players as well compete in this tournament. The invitation to have BC Soccer young referees represented at this tournament is not only an honor, but a fantastic opportunity for them to learn and gain valuable experience. So kudos to Juan, Irina, and Jazz. For more information on how to become a BC Soccer referee, or for more information on BC Soccer's referee courses, visit bcsoccer.net. Quick time out. We'll get to the manager's rant, more from Carl Robinson, Robbie Keane as well, and David Sandals of expertphysio.ca is up next.
This is Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM 650. Follow us on Twitter at Soccer Talk 650 and at Tyler Green FC.
A similar beautiful game is played out every day at Kia Vancouver, where people like you make great scores on the value-loaded Kia vehicle that suits their needs. Right now, Kia Vancouver has throwback pricing on all new Kias with prices like they were 15 years ago. Plus, 0% financing up to 84 months. All-wheel drive credit of $500 on select 2014 Sportage and Sorrentos. Beautiful. Kia Vancouver, the